Now guys, let's talk about the difference between APY and APR. You might have likely seen these two similar sounding terms, APY and APR, when looking into decentralized finance products. The fact is, APR and APY are both fundamental for the purposes of personal finance. Now let's start with the simpler term, annual percentage rate. It is the interest rate a lender earns on their money and that a borrower pays for using it over 1 year's time. For example, if you put $10,000 into a bank savings account with a 20% APR, you will get $2,000 in interest after 1 year. Your interest is calculated by multiplying the principal amount, $10,000, and the APR amount, 20%. So, after 1 year, you will have a total of $12,000. After 2 years, your capital will amount to $14,000. After 3, you will have $16,000 and so on. Before getting into annual percentage yield, let's first understand what compound interest is. Put simply, it means earning interest on the previous interest. In the example above, if the financial institution pays interest to your account monthly, your balance will look different during each of the 12 months of the year. Instead of getting $12,000 at the end of the 12th month, you will receive some interest each month. That interest is added to the principal sum of your deposit, and the sum on which you earn interest goes up as the months go by. Each month you will have more money earning interest. This effect is called compounding. Let's say that you put $10,000 into a bank account with a 20% APR, with the interest compounding monthly. Without getting into the complicated math, you will get $12,194 at the end of 1 year. That is $194 more in interest earned simply by adding the effect of compound interest. Now say how much would you earn with the exact 20% APR but with interest compounded daily? Well, that would give you $12,213. The power of compounding is more impressive over more extended periods. After just 3 years, you would end up with $19,309 with the same 20% APR product with daily compounding. That's $3,309 more interest earned than that same 20% APR product without compounding. So by simply incorporating compound interest, you'd earn a lot more on your money. Notice also that the interest differs according to the compound frequency. You earn more when the compounding is more frequent. Daily compounding will give you more interest than monthly compounding. How do you calculate how much you can earn when a financial product offers compound interest? That's where annual percentage yield comes in. You can use a formula to convert an APR to APY depending on the frequency of compounding. A 20% APR with monthly compounding equals 21.94% in APY. With daily compounding, it would equal 22.13% APY. These APY numbers represent the annualized interest returns you earn after incorporating compound interest. So, in a nutshell, APR or annual percentage rate is a simpler and more static metric. It's always quoted as a fixed yearly rate. But APY, the annual percentage yield, incorporates interest earned on interest or compounded interest. It changes according to compound frequency. One way to memorize the difference is to remember that yield has 5 letters, one more than rate, and also represents the more complex concept and greater earnings. Finally, you can see that more interest can be earned when interest is compounded. Different products may represent their rates as either APR or APY. Because of this disparity, it's essential to use the same term for comparison. Now be mindful when you compare products because you may be comparing apples to oranges. Furthermore, because of the effect of earning interest on interest, APY is always a higher number when interest is compounded more frequently than once a year. The bottom line is to always check which rate you are looking at when calculating the interest you'd earn. So guys, if you have learned something from this video, kindly hit that like button and share it with your friends. Don't forget to turn on your notification to get notified each time we post a video on this channel. Stay curious and keep learning.